Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. How's everyone doing? I a few minutes late. Apologies. Man, it's been a week. We've just had such heat here, and I don't know if anybody else feels the same way. I feel like this was the longest January of my life. It literally went for 84 years, and thank God it's over. Because I'm done with it. But I'm here and I want to talk collecting with everyone. And first of all, happy Lunar New Year to people who celebrate. That was on Wednesday, and I think we're probably going to have a little bit of a lull during this time. And it was really interesting because I was on Points of Articulation on Costa's channel, Pop Culture Living Room. If you haven't checked it out, watch it after this stream. Be entertained for an additional hour. And it was really interesting because we were talking a bit about collecting and the pressures, and people were talking about the amount of POs they had. And I guess I just feel like this break, and particularly after how busy things were in December, I think it's a really great opportunity to, I guess, take stock of collecting and maybe like review what you have on pre-order, your space. Because collecting should be fun. And I would hate to think that collecting or the pre-orders is causing anyone any stress. So for me personally, I kind of feel like this couple of weeks is a really good opportunity to just take stock. And I know I'm doing that. I'm considering my space. What do I want to pre-order? What's a must-have versus a nice-to-have? So I just wanted to kind of share that at the top of the show, that it's a good time to take a pause and reflect when I think we're gonna at least have a quiet week. I think Secret Base is only closed for a week. What does Howie Claus have in store for us after Lunar New Year? I don't know. There's a lot of stuff in the pipeline. Um so yeah, as I said, maybe take this opportunity to just take stock, and if you're feeling some pressure, um maybe cancel some POs. I kind of feel like that's a better way to go than trying to sell figures secondhand, because I just feel like that's easier said than done in today's landscape. But that's me and my sort of PSA out of the way. How's everyone doing? As I said, really happy to, like, I love ending my week with these streams now. It's like funny. At first it felt so awkward to like come on the stream on my own. Um but like I feel like we've got such a cool little community here, and everyone's just so positive, and I feel like there's a genuinely cool spirit of collecting with everyone who tunes in. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for keeping me company on a Friday evening in Western Australia. I appreciate everyone that's here with me every week. Carlos, my hype man, is always leaving me some comments before the stream. Good morning, Helen and chat. Just stopped by to say hello from a 42-degree week here in New Jersey. Jealous, because that's Fahrenheit. I had 42 Celsius and I would trade. Looking forward to seeing the replay later. I'm very interested in Helen's opinions on the Spidey. Yeah, we'll talk about Hono Spidey. That was one of the few things we had to talk about this week. So I'll be interested to see how long this stream goes, given I do not have many slides or many figures covered in my slides. So I will laugh if this is still like a 2-hour stream, which it probably is, because I just don't stop talking. Lastly, don't forget hit the like button for our dear friend Helen. Also, please subscribe if you haven't done so. Thank you, Carlos. I appreciate that. I'm about to hit 2,600 subs, which is crazy to me. I'm just very appreciative of anyone who watches, let alone subscribes. So if you like the stream, subscribe. Thank you. Appreciate it. One last thing. Has anyone seen the first 2 episodes? What do you think? I give it a 7 for now. Is that Star Wars related? I don't know what that is. Episodes of what, Carlos? I have been thinking I need to go and catch Arcane, because I feel like I wanna watch that after seeing all the cool figures that Hot Toys has announced. So I don't know. If someone knows what show Carlos is talking about, let me know, because I thought was it Skeleton Crew? Was that the latest Star Wars? I thought that had finished, but I could well be wrong, because we all know Helen and the Star Wars, lol. Toy Collectors here. Hello. Happy Friday, Helen and chat. Congrats on fighting that Bane. Such a great figure. Oh my god, guys. I even had it in my slides. Get back on. We got Bane. we got Bane, and I couldn't be happier because I reached a point on Wednesday and Thursday where I legitimately, and Bobby's got it too, TJ, happy you snagged Bane. At the start of the week, I was checking the pop culture website like maybe 3 or 4 times a day. And then on Wednesday, it became like an hourly pursuit. And then there must not have been many because it came in stock on Thursday. And I was stuck in a meeting I was told was going to be 2 hours and then went for 3.5 hours. And I'm like going, I need to get on my phone and check for Bane. And then I finally got out of that meeting and I checked the pop culture website and it was like, oh my God, he's in stock. And it was this panic rush to buy him. So it was like relief, it was happiness. And then it was interesting because I think I checked their website maybe like half an hour later, out of stock. So my biggest lesson from 2024 is when you really want something, you've got to pre-order it. And even if you're in doubt, for me in Australia, pre-order it because pop culture is very good with, if you want to cancel a pre-order, they will just let you move your deposit onto another figure. So I typically always have something on pre-order with pop culture. So at the end of the day, I'm not going to lose any money. And I wasn't going to do the 2.0s, but now I'm doing the 2.0s. Maybe not that Catwoman. But getting Bane, I was just so happy. I was so relieved because the prices I've seen on him in Hong Kong with resellers, like it's up there. So I was able to still use reward points and all that good stuff. So Bane's coming home. I'm very excited that Bane's coming home. And when I get him, I'll unboxing with you guys. So I'm hoping he'll make it for next Friday. I don't know because it hasn't shipped to me yet. It's still processing, and shipping normally takes a week from pop culture. So if I'm lucky, maybe it arrives next Friday. But whenever he gets here, we'll unbox Bane together. And I can't wait because, seamless body, all that good stuff, the different proportions. I'm really keen to compare him to the original. So yeah, guys, I was so happy to get Bane, you do not know. I was really worried he wasn't even going to come in stock because it is that gamble, like, do they have extra stock? Has someone cancelled a PO? And I can totally understand pop culture not carrying a lot of extra stock because there's a lot of figures that are newish that are already on discount. So I can totally understand their prerogative with not going to carry a lot. One of the best figures of 2024. Yeah, I think he really was. I think he was really up there. I think if the Joker hadn't come out, I think Bane would have been figure of the year for me. I never know how to say this. Xiaoron? Morning, Helen and chat. Not a lot new this week. Lunar New Year is here, but looking forward to some discussion this morning. We always need some Aussie perspective in our collecting. Thank you. I'm always happy to share my Aussie perspective for whatever it's worth. Anthony Stanfield, hi Helen, hope you're well. I'm good. How are you, Anthony? Happy Friday. Bobby Dylan, any recommendations on where I can find the best Aquaman rooted head sculpt? Well, Bob would know. And if Bob doesn't know, it's not worth knowing when it comes to rooted hair because Bob is the patron saint of rooted hair and the nicest guy in collecting. Did you know? Gilbert's here. A great Friday, everyone. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy it's over, man. I'm happy January's over. Like, is it just me that felt like January went for 85 years? It just never ended. My God. Danny's here. Hey, Danny. Happy Friday. Toy Collector Heat. Is that about my weather or the Bane? I don't know. AJ, hey everyone. Hope all is well. How are you doing, AJ? I hope you're feeling better. AJ's been a little bit under the weather, so good vibes and speedy recovery to you. Oops, heat, I wish. -26 here yesterday. Wow. Like, this is the thing, like, in, like, Western Australia where I am, like, typically February's the hottest month and you'll get a lot of 40-degree days, but January's just been, like, what February is typically like, so I'm just sitting here going, man, I'm shuddering to think what February's gonna be like because I feel like I've just been running my air conditioner day and night. Like, I'm really not looking forward to getting the electricity bill when that eventually comes in because I'm normally not a huge user of air conditioner, but when some nights are not going down much below 30 degrees, I'm like, I need it to try to get some sleep. And even then, Doesn't always help, but yeah, I'm just very tired and I would like a cold night to sleep. Good day all, Batman Collectibles. How you doing? Um, Valkyrie, good morning, or should I say good evening? I mean, good morning, good afternoon, good evening is like we'll catch everyone. But yeah, welcome. We've got people in all time zones, which yeah, still trips me out. I think that's so cool. Tully, what up, Helen? Happy Friday. Cheers to you. Hope you're having a good day. SJC, congrats on securing Bane. Thank you very much. I appreciate it because so many people, like when I'd mentioned I wanted him, were sending me like links to websites in the US going, they've got Bane. And I was like very appreciative, but I didn't want to pay postage because the exchange rate sucks and postage from the US is not cheap. So very relieved I was able to get it through pop culture. So the figure gods were smiling on me just like they were when I got She-Hulk. So yeah, I feel like I was very lucky to get both of those through pop culture. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man is what he's talking about. Oh, okay. Is that what the Hono figure is from? Oh my god, I'm so out of the loop. Everyone's just like, Helen, do you own a TV at this point? Yes, I do, but goodness, I'm clearly not watching all the right things. Okay, that's interesting. I wonder if that's what the Hono figure is from then. Arcane is awesome. Yeah, I've heard good things and those figures look cool. So but do you know what? There's just so much sport on TV in summer in Australia. Like the last 2 weeks where we have the Australian Open tennis, like that's all I was watching and it's still basketball season. So I'm really bad at watching other stuff, but I want to get onto that sooner than later. Spider-Man, yeah, I didn't even know there was a Spider-Man. Probably the new Spider. I did not know. Like, I had no idea. Oh my god, this is so bad. They're gonna be like, how do people watch your YouTube channel when you don't know what's going on? I don't know. It perplexes even me, guys. Newest cop is Hono Spidey, my fave Spidey figure, I believe. Can't wait to pose the absolute hell out of it. Yeah, and I think that's the cool thing with these home suit Spider-Man figures is with that fabric, you've got great articulation and also you're not risking damaging the suit. So I think there's some of the while people might be like it's not the coolest suit perhaps aesthetically, what you can do with them is really great. So I know Iron Logan is working on a Spider-Man. I'm pretty sure it's a Spider-Man showcase at the moment, which I'm sure will be awesome. And he's got quite a few Spidey related videos on his channel, as I think Anthony does on Figure Posing channel. So if anybody wants posing inspiration, check out John and Anthony. They do great videos. Bane is so dope. My 2024 figure of the year, the seamless arms are very nice. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it because I mean I've got the OG. He's there. And like I still like him, and I'm like, will one live with the camo tumbler? Well, I don't know. Will the 1.0? What will happen with that? Haven't made up my mind yet. I still haven't decided what's going with the camo tumbler. I'll work it out one day. Mike Bayella, hello. Hey everyone, happy pre-weekend. I've got a busy today, but I'll do my best to listen to the stream and maybe chime in. Please don't quiz me at the end. Never. No, I appreciate you dropping by. And yeah, I mean, you listen to what you listen to. I don't even know how long this is going to go for given the quiet week. And it's funny, I really thought Hot Toys was going to drop something big to enter Lunar New Year. Like, there was a part of me that was like, going into Lunar New Year, is this maybe where they drop the POs for, like, Blade or the Cajun card dealer from Deadpool and Wolverine? And we got Hono Spidey instead. And I was like, okay, fair play, Howie. I just thought, I joked to Bob Dylan, like, where's Snakeskin Iron Man? Like, where's Chinese Zodiac Iron Man figures? Like, you could do one every year. Like, it's the year of the rabbit, and he's, like, furry and flocked, like a Funko Pop. You can have that idea for free, Howie. Just make me an Okoye, please and thank you. That's what I'll take in return for my awesome suggestion. Blue Tattoos here. Hello, Blue. Hey, everyone. How you doing? Happy Friday. Quan Harper, good morning, Helen and everyone. Happy Friday. Yeah, I'm happy Friday, and January's almost over, not gonna lie. Keith Lee, happy Friday, everyone. Let's talk figures and unbox Bane. I mean, I wish I had him already. He's processing. And I'll be honest, if he's not shipped to me by Monday, I think the chances of me getting him even for next Friday's stream is slim. And I had hoped I would have had my John Wick by now from Sideshow, because I was going, oh, cool, if that arrives, I can unbox him during like the Chinese New Year lull. Not even that shipped. And when I went onto their chat, they were like, yeah, the estimated shipping time is January to March. And I'm like, I can read that on your website. I was hoping for more specific details. So I don't even know when I'm getting my John Wick from Sideshow, but whenever I get either of them, we'll unbox. Hopefully they don't come the same week, because God, that'll be a long show. AJ doing much better, still taking things easy, but I'm a few days past the fever now, just making sure not to do too much at once. Yeah, rest is the best medicine, I think, personally. Do, 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 do. Got a lot of people chatting, which is awesome. Go for the 24-hour stream, Helen. Look. Yeah, look, I think some people have been disappointed I've been trying to be a changed woman and have the 2-hour streams, but my God, I can't. I'd have no voice. Like, Shuri would be delirious. I'd have no voice. I'd probably be completely dehydrated. I don't think anybody wants to see me do a 24-hour stream. They should have kept Artisan Moon Knight for Lunar New Year. Yeah, that would have been a good one, actually. But Howie Claus just, there's not always rhyme or reason to what Howie Claus does. He does what he does, right? Goodness me. So guys, as I said, Bane's coming home. I'm super excited. And something else I'm super excited about is I finally put up my giveaway for the Hot Toys pins. I've only been talking about it for the longest time. I kept debating how to structure the competition, because I really just wanted something that was easy to do, that gave people like a fair chance to enter the competition. So the pins are there to be won by someone. So entries are open until midday on the 12th of February 2025 in my time zone, which is GMT +8. That's also my 2-year YouTube anniversary, which is why I picked that date. And I feel like it's giving people like a decent enough time to get an entry in. And quite a few people have entered already, which I appreciate, so thank you very much. So what do you have to do to enter the draw, I hear you ask? Really easy. So be subscribed to the channel, which hopefully you are. And then what I want you to do is my video about my Kit Bash Stealthy Laner, leave a new comment, so not edit an old one. I need a new comment, because then I will get an email telling me a comment has been left. And I want you to do 2 things in that comment. I want to know your dream Kit Bash figure, and you need to include the phrase win the pin. So that comment could look something like, my dream Kit Bash figure is the Nurse Joker. I hope I win the pin. Simple's right? So easy to do. So the rules are 1 entry per person. So don't leave 10 comments, because 1 entry. And if you're a channel member, you get a bonus entry. And it's funny, because I think it was the Broke Collector was like, I didn't know you had channel memberships. And I'm like, I do, but it feels awkward to push them. I don't know if that's just the Aussie in me, but like channel memberships are there, super chats are there. If you want, if you don't want, like that's your decision. Like it's there, but I just thought if people do sign up as a channel member, you get a bonus entry into the draw. So your odds of winning just doubled. And then all the names of the people who've left comments and the channel members will be put into a random draw. And then whoever's name comes up, you're the winner. You will have a week to contact me and give me your shipping details. And if I haven't heard back from you, we'll do a redraw, because that's how we roll. You don't have to be watching the stream live or anything. Again, I really appreciate that there's so many people in different time zones that either watch the streams live or on replay. And I didn't want it to be a situation where people were disadvantaged based on their time zone. So I just thought when the entries close, I'll do a random draw, and then people have got a week to let me know where to send the pins to. And hopefully that's a smooth process, because I've never run a competition before. So fingers crossed. And just to reiterate, like, this is what you're trying to win. These beautiful metal pins. They're really nice quality. I really like them. I've got a set for myself and I got a spare set. And I was like, I'll work out what to do with them one day. And then I thought, why not give them away to someone who watches my channel? So that's what we're doing. If they made an artisan Two-Face, would you consider it? Oh, interesting. That's interesting. I only just got the 2.0 Two-Face in Hong Kong. Like, I feel like I've only had that for a minute. Oh, that would be interesting because I don't know that they do it, but I'd think about it. It would be interesting to see because I guess Aaron Eckhart does have a little bit of longer hair. It's not like, it's definitely longer than the Tom Holland Spider-Man that they're doing. Maybe. Depends on the price as well because typically I think for an artisan I'd probably be going through a reseller like I had to do with Bucky. An artisan Catwoman, on the other hand, I would be very tempted by, not gonna lie. The only thing with Bane is deciding whether to wearing either jacket, which are also very cool looks, or no jacket to display the seamless arms. It's a shame to cover the arms though. Yeah, and I think, Telly, I feel like I'm leaning towards keeping both because I do love the jacket look. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll have the new one without the jacket because the original one I've always had the jacket on. And even like I posed it once with like his fist raised and then the jacket all cracked at the back, which annoyed me. And then I bought a replacement jacket. I found one locally on Facebook Marketplace, which was going at a good price and in perfect condition. And then the 2.0 came along, which I wasn't expecting to get. But yeah, I need to find a way to maybe incorporate both. And maybe one will live with the camo tumbler. I still like the idea of having Bruce Wayne with the camo tumbler. I keep waiting, like Topo has teased the Bruce Wayne suit from Batman Begins. So I really like the idea of having that with the camo tumbler. So there's a part of me that wonders, could I have Bane and Bruce Wayne back to back? Because you see the camo tumbler with Bruce in Begins, but then obviously Bane has the tumbler in Rises. Maybe I can do some kind of sliding doors moment type situation. We'll see. I don't know. I'll work it out eventually. As I said, I just wanted to get him because he looks fantastic. And I knew I'd be really upset if I didn't get the 2.0. So as I said, competition's live. Win the pin. You've got a couple of weeks to do that. And good luck. And as I said, if you're a channel member, extra chance. So if you want, but as I said, no pressure because I'm not going to change the way I YouTube or stream or do anything. It's business as usual here. So Hono Spidey, guys, is this from this animated show that I clearly had no idea was happening? I feel so silly now. And it's funny because I work with the guy who normally tells me, oh, this is starting, that's starting, and nothing. So I really had no idea that there was an animated Spidey series. So is this Hono from that? Let me know. I'm curious. My Joker Artisan is finally shipped from Sideshow. Hey Brad, happy Friday. Jealous. I'm jealous of everyone that got Artisan Joker. That's cool. Yeah, because I'm guessing Sideshow still gets figures in batches then. I always thought they just got their allotment because, I mean, that's how it works in Australia. Like, Pop Culture gets their shipment and then they're gone. And I feel like it's generally maybe figures that are a bit less popular that maybe you get a second wave on later on. Because I know at one point, Yelena was sold out on Pop Culture, which surprised me because I had wanted a second one to do my kit bash. And then, like, maybe a few weeks later, she was back in stock. So, yeah, maybe they are getting certain things like artisans in waves. Dr. No, good day. Hope you're well and all is good. Yeah, I mean, I'm hot and tired, but aside from that, I'm stoked. I got Bane. I'm here talking about collecting. You know, life's pretty good. And look, this is what Hot Toys left us with in the lead up to Lunar New Year. We've got a Spider-Man homemade suit from Hono Studios, which of course is their sort of entry level figures. And I think, as we were saying before, the upside to these figures is the fact that the material is very forgiving as far as posing and articulation and what you can do with him. And I think the thing that surprises me, or is a pleasant surprise with Hono, is that I feel like even though they are labeled entry level, I feel like most of them have come with a really nice range of accessories. And I think this Spider-Man is no different. There's quite a few things that he comes with. I think there's some swap out lenses, and you've got the web effects, and I think there's is it like a gas cylinder or canister or something like that, and their bases, which I think look really cool. So this is a bigger look, or a sort of zoomed out look at the figure. So yeah, you can see more of the accessories. You've got things like the backpack. And like, these are some cool poses. Like, I think, this is the kind of figure where you can like just set it in a really dynamic pose and not have to worry about it. Whereas I feel like with a lot of the Hot Toys Spider-Man figures, as much as people say the suits can heal with time, I don't think people are always leaving them in dramatic poses if they're trying to preserve them. I think some people do, going, I know I'm going to kill the suit. I know some people buy two because they're like, I want one where I can absolutely destroy the suit with posing, and another one that I can keep pristine, which is fair play. Yeah, I don't really have a lot of hype for this animated Spidey. The 90s animated Spidey show set the bar pretty high for me. Yeah, I think a few of those 90s animations, like I think of things like X-Men, is Batman the animated series 90s as well? I forget. But yeah, like Ninja Turtles, like I think there was some great animation in the 90s. Why does Hono keep skipping Thor? I don't know, but you know what? Every time there's a Hono announcement, there's a part of me that is going, is Hono purely Marvel? Will we not get anything else from Hono? Because I just keep thinking, like, DC, like there would have been a huge opportunity to do some comic inspired DC figures, but even like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like you would have had the same stock figure, and then it would be things like paint application differences or different belts, and a belt would be loose and removable. Like I feel like the bulk of a Ninja Turtle would be like, and you're doing it times 4, and I can't think someone's not buying all 4 Ninja Turtles. Like, you just buying 1 or 2? I don't think so. So yeah, I mean, I feel like Hono, like there's some nice looking figures. I just wish it was more than Marvel. And yeah, the Thor was I feel like that was teased quite early on, and even like comic inspired Avengers would have been cool. So even within Marvel, I think there's more they could do, but I would just like to see some different IPs be tackled. I think in the animated space, Hono could really do some good work, but they just only want to do Marvel. Dave's Man Cave IRL. Hi, Helen. Dave from Ireland. Good afternoon. Great show. Love the channel. Recently put the Jazzink Batwing and the 89 up on the channel. Waiting for the 89 2.0 Batman, which is inbound. That's cool. My goodness, the Batwing is impressive. I got to see that at Bob Dylan's house. So you've picked up some awesome pieces, and I hope you like the 89 Batman 2.0. When did I get mine? In December, I think. I really like it. I know some people are upset about textures and things like that. I'm super happy with it. Are you getting your 89 Batman? Are you getting the deluxe with the diorama base? Because I absolutely love that diorama base with the gargoyle. I think that's so cool. Yeah, I didn't realize Hono was basically Marvel Studios 2.0 either, right? Like, it feels that way. And I think early on, I was probably a bit more excited about what does Hono mean? But, like, I feel like is it been almost a year of Hono figures? And it's just Marvel. And I feel like we get so much Marvel through the main Hot Toys line as well. So, with DC having some sort of down years, I just think it would have been a smart play or to go to some of that like nostalgia, like some of those, animated series. Like I feel like so many people want six scale Ninja Turtles from the 90s, whether they're animated or from the movie. Um, I just think it's money in the bank. Why wouldn't you want to do that? I really don't understand why you wouldn't want to do that. You should check out the animation from the 80s. Silverhawks Thundercats had beautiful animation. Love the 80s. I remember the Thundercats. I do remember that. I do think 80s and 90s had some really great animation. I even remember watching the Transformers and like He-Man and all that stuff. Like I had an older brother, so a lot of what he watched, I watched. So I remember seeing all those things and being like right into them. Like She-Ra, all that stuff. So yeah, and again, like I think that nostalgia, like, I think there is, a chunk of the collecting community that's perhaps of that sort of 80s, 90s vintage. Like, why not tap into that bit of nostalgia? I'd be tempted by some of that stuff. So, yeah. In all fairness, Marvel sells. Look, sure. But I still think like Batman sells. I still think like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles would sell. I think there's other stuff that is not done. And as I said, I feel like the Ninja Turtles, it would be that one base sort of body and then some different paint apps. And then it's like the belt and the weapons, which are all loose swap out pieces. Like the core of the figures, I don't know that they would be that different. So I feel like so many people I talk to, like, are hanging out for some like 96 scale Ninja Turtles. And if they came out, I would be very tempted too. I was obsessed with the Ninja Turtles when I was like, how old was I? 9 or 10 years old. Absolutely loved them. Had books, had video cassettes with the cartoon episodes, loved them. Oh man, there's some nostalgia. 80s and 90s animation had some great storylines, in my opinion. Yeah, I think so too, Mike. Big Rib, hi Helen. Hey Big Rib, how you doing? Happy Friday. Thanks for coming by. Blue Tattoo, six scale turtles would totally sell. I know Blue. I know you're with me. I know S Beam's with me. I know Costa's with me. There's so many people. There's so many people that want those turtles, and I know there's the NECA ones, but they're quarter scale, and I want six scale. I just want, and even who was it that did? I can't even think. Was it 30 who did the turtles from the newer movies? And I saw them and I went, they're nice figures. I don't like the designs of those characters. For me, I didn't really like the design of them. So for me, 90s turtles, give me Splinter, give me Shredder, give me Casey Jones, give me April O'Neil, give me Krang, give me freaking, what is it? Is it Baxter? Give me a Turtle Van. Give it to me, or give me some foot soldiers. Like, could you imagine having a 6 scale Turtle Van with the turtles? That would be so cool. Agree with you, Hot Toys needs to branch out. Yeah. I get you can't do every niche thing, but Hono and Turtles just feels like it could be a beautiful relationship. Yeah, deluxe with the base. You have to, don't you? Yeah, I think so. It's really interesting because I think quite a few people have gone standard edition and now have been like, oh, actually, I want that base. And that base loose goes for like $100 US on Toy Anxiety, and they sell out like that, like they fly out the door. So my view on figures is typically if there's a deluxe, I'll always go deluxe. Because then I've got the options later on if I do want to use it, if I don't want to use it. But I feel like buying stuff loose is not as cheap as it used to be. So I just feel like I'd rather pay that bit extra to get a deluxe figure and know I've got everything and that I'm not chasing something later on. I still want a Kiss Band with Instruments Artisan. Oh, wow. That would be cool. goodness, Kiss. I mean, So So Toys has done some music figures. Like Kiss would be cool, man. They like because they've got the outfits, the makeup, the hair. They would be some cool figures actually. My goodness, I don't know why I've never thought of Kiss. Yeah, that would be nice. Someone suggest that to Soso or someone. Yeah, 30 did the 2014 to 16 turtles. I dig those versions. Give me all the turtles in six scale. Fair enough. I don't know. For me, I was like, I prefer my 90s turtles. I saw them at like a local collector's house. And I was like, yeah, I like them, but I just didn't feel that same pull towards them as much as I love Stephen Amell, and Stephen Amell was Casey Jones in those newer movies. I still just, I don't know, I didn't feel the same connection to them. So did the 90s stuff. JB's here. Good afternoon all. Hello, JB. How are you? Happy Friday. You're right, Helen. Hot Toys can't do everything, but they should try. I mean, we'd love them to try, right? Um, and I guess that's the whole thing with hoarding licenses, right? Like, even I'm pretty sure they eventually did get the licenses for the CW show, so like Arrow, Flash, all that, and then they pretty much did nothing with them. And so there is a part of me that's like, it would be great to see some smaller manufacturers, maybe not Star Ace, get a shot at some of these smaller lines, because I will always hang my hat on the fact that I think Arrow and Flash, and particularly in those early years where they were really popular, were really under merchandised, like incredibly under merchandised. There's so many characters from Arrow that I would love to have in my display, but probably not going to happen now, given the show ended how many years ago. Of course, when collectors say Hot Toys needs to branch out, we come back with who asked for this or what the heck is this when they do IPs like Arcane or One Piece. Look, some people do. And I guess that's the thing. It's like branch out, but branch out to the specific thing I want. Yeah, I'm a fan of them doing some different stuff, and I guess it depends. Like, I kind of know not everything is for me, and I mean, I don't think you can be someone who doesn't collect Star Wars and think everything should be for you. So yeah, I mean, different collecting perspectives from everyone. But I do think it's cool to see some of the different stuff that they've done, and this is the thing that I probably didn't appreciate till I went to Secret Base. Like, I was like, there's a whole cabinet, like quite a large cabinet, which is just like nothing Marvel, nothing DC, nothing Star Wars. And there's some cool figures. Like, you've got a whole bunch of Johnny Depp figures they've done, some Keanu Reeves figures. It was really cool to see some of the different things that they've done. So, but I think, it's obviously, as someone said earlier, like Marvel sells, Star Wars sells, like we get that. But I guess this is the thing with licensing. Like, I just feel like if Hot Toys isn't going to do something, like, don't hold the license for it. And I know that's not going to happen, but, wishful thinking, wishful thinking. Dr. No, hit that like button, everyone. Thank you. Appreciate that, because it's free and, spending my Friday night with you guys, so why not? Drop me a like. Would be appreciated. I still can't believe Gene Simmons sold the rights to Kiss. I thought he'd take that to his grave. Now they might actually be reasonably priced. Oh, really? I'm not down with all the licensing around that, so interesting. It was interesting because when I had Costa on a few weeks ago, and he talked about the whole like situation back in the day when like a master toy license would be issued, and I didn't realize that if that was a thing, and how Hasbro controls some pretty big licenses, and if you want to make something, you've almost got to get a like a sub license from them. Like, that business side of it is so interesting, and I think something we're all learning a bit of. And certainly some of the videos that Yost has done when he's talked about like the cost of manufacturing that Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman, like, to me that was a big eye-opener. Like, before the POs had even opened and the figure is still in development, like, he was, I think, pretty sure he said something like they'd already spent $17,000 developing the prototype. And I think that's interesting stuff for people to know, because particularly people want all the stuff and the nitty-gritty, but it's adding dollars to everything, and that's the business side of it that we don't know. And probably, I mean, I know some people don't want to know how things are made, but I think I'm genuinely pretty interested in knowing some of that stuff, and understanding the cost is the biggest thing, because it's very easy to sit on the sideline and it should be this and it should be that, but if you're not putting your hand in your pocket, that's a different scenario. Um, Brad, what about a 70s line? Hulk, Wonder Woman, Spidey? Yeah, I mean, I think Wonder Woman, Spidey, and is it Helen Slater, Supergirl? I feel like I see them get mentioned a lot as figures people want, like the Linda Carter one, Wonder Woman, 100%. I feel like I see a lot of people wanting that. So see. Nolram, hello. Hi, Helen. I'd love a Xena. Oh, Xena Warrior Princess. Yeah, I mean, and Xena and Hercules, man, they were huge shows in, was it the late 90s? My mum was obsessed with those shows. Seriously. I think she had a thing for Kevin Sorbo, not gonna lie. Um, I still want a Mad Max with car. Yeah, I think there's a few things. Like, I've heard people say, like, a Knight Rider, Magnum PI with the cars. There's a lot of people that want that stuff. Interceptor. Did anyone see the in-art interview with Will and Keiko? Thoughts? Interesting. I debated having that as a topic tonight, and I wasn't sure if people were going to be in-arted out. Um, it was interesting. I mean, we obviously had the leaked images, and then we had the event in Tokyo, which I think was a bit different to what people had maybe thought, given the images that we'd seen. But it was really good to have Ivan on that stream, I thought. So he's their COO. And I think he probably had a little bit more insight and could speak to things a little bit more than John. So I thought it was great to have him in the stream. I appreciate Kiko for asking my question about the whole distribution and pop culture and them getting stuff when they get it. And that was good information to have. It's like, okay, pop culture's only doing stuff by sea, so if the container's not full, it's not shipping. So it's like, okay, I now know that delay is not a inner delay to pop culture. It's pop culture's contributing to that delay, because the Superman figure came out, and you know, there was a sizable chunk between when people were getting it either through in-art directly or through resellers compared to when it came in stock with pop culture. So for me, I was like, okay, I appreciate that insight. The number of things they said they want to do and the things they were listing, I think Kiko said, like, the math isn't mathing, and I felt a little bit that way. But it was interesting for them to say that just because they make, by Shuri, a prototype doesn't mean they'll go through with the figure. But the thing that was interesting was they said they want Game of Thrones to be their Star Wars. And I think that is interesting because, you know, it felt like they're still a year or two away from really showing us Game of Thrones. And they said when they start the line, they kind of want there to be sort of starting off with like around 6 characters. But every year is a year more removed. And, you know, we all know that 8th season was very divisive. And, you know, a lot of people didn't love the way it ended. And I think that's the thing, like, we're in the age of content. Like, there's so much stuff coming out all the time. And I just question with some of these things like The Walking Dead, like Game of Thrones, like every year that passes since those shows ended, is the fandom still there to the level it would have been? Like, if you were releasing these figures while the show was still on, like, different story. Whereas now, I'm like, I don't know, and maybe it is, because maybe there's the people that still have the great love of the books. We're still waiting for the last books, if we ever get them. My mum, bless her heart, she's always like, have you heard about the book? Where is the book? And I'm like, oh, mum, like, no one knows, mate. Like, no one knows what's happening with the book. Because she's devoured those Game of Thrones books. So, yeah, it was interesting. But I kind of was happy to hear that, you know, Anne Hathaway Catwoman we're going to likely see that this year, and it sounds like a Christian Bale Batman potentially. But some of their stuff, you know, like, maybe I'm unpopular with this opinion, as I feel like I often am. but it's like another Batfleck, another Gal Gadot Wonder Woman. Like, I just, I'd like these other companies like J&D and InArt to not be doing stuff we already have. And I know some people like, they'll do it better, they'll do it rooted, they'll do it this. That's just my opinion. I'd love to see some new stuff, some different stuff. They also talked about the Matrix, and I think rather than doing the newer movie, they're looking at the original movie, which I think is a really smart move. And the other thing I really liked was them saying that it sounds like they're moving more into lines rather than, I think, their previous stance, which was no, 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 we're just going to do like a key character. Because even with the Matrix, they talked about doing three characters. So, we're thinking, Neo, Trinity, is it Morpheus, the other guy? Which I think is a smarter move because I don't think people always just want a standalone figure. So no, as I said, I liked the interview. I liked the questions that Will and Kiko asked. Um, so yeah, and it was good to have Ivan on there, and I probably want to rewatch that and just have another listen in to some of those answers. But as I said, I thought it was a good interview. So great work by those guys. It was good to hear some different questions. 'Cause I think, the super chats tend to be a bit, will you make this? Will you make that? And I get that's what the community wants, but I feel like there's also some bigger questions that need to be asked. And that's where, particularly with Kiko, like I don't think he's afraid to ask some of those questions. So good on him. As I say, it was a really good watch. I think it was around 90 minutes. So again, if you need something to watch, go check that out. With the amount of stuff I'm trying to open, I'm being very careful what I ask for because I really don't want more lines to collect at the moment. Yeah, I'm a bit like that too, AJ. I feel like I'm filling in gaps of existing lines rather than starting anything new because I need to work out what I'm going to do with my space before I start anything new. Stargate or Battlestar Galactic or even 2.0 Planet of the Apes figures would be cool. It's fair enough. A Game of Thrones line from InArt would be great, but the waiting will be difficult. Does anyone remember if InArt will be doing the dragons from the show as well? I don't know. They haven't really talked about that. They more talked about, like, I'm pretty sure the wording was, like, Game of Thrones will be our Star Wars. And I think particularly if you're going to do figures from across the series, like, it would, like, to do the sort of dragons when they're smaller would be cool. I don't know. I mean, they're doing, sorry, I don't remember technical names, but they're doing that like ghost, the like ghost horse thing from Lord of the Rings. Not the name, I know, don't come at me. I don't watch this stuff. So maybe I think it would be cool. Like I know for me, like if we're getting like Starks, which for me, like you have my attention if you give me early season Ned, John, and Arya. I'd love them to come with the direwolves. That would be cool. Are we really excited about J&D doing anything now? Look, I'm interested in the Catwoman because I think it looks really good. Out of my price range, and yeah, I think I've said I'm not sure about the silicon, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe other people feel differently, but for me, I observe, but I'm not buying in. Hello Helen, hello Star Crash, happy Friday, how you doing? Um Agreed. If I got $1 for every time someone asks, can you make this character? I know, and this is why, because at the end of the stream, Will was like, oh, maybe next time we'll have more community questions and less questions from Kiko and I. And I actually flicked him a message and was like, actually, like, for me, the most value came out of your questions. And I thought Will did do a good job of trying to like weave in some of those community questions of the will you within the broader questions. Because I just feel like otherwise it's just like being in the InArt group when people just post, will you make, can you make, particularly if you've got someone like Ivan who, sounds like he's, quite senior and a decision maker. Like, let's use our time with him to get some real information rather than, because I feel like it's always the same things. Will you make this? Are you doing Zoe Kravitz? Are you like Margot Robbie, Harley Quinn? I feel like it's always the same, like even the same characters that get asked. So for me, I'd much rather some sort of bigger questions like we got. Um, Batman Begins suit is my favorite and needs another go. Yeah, I think a lot of people feel that way, and 20th anniversary this year. But it sounds like in arts will be from the Dark Knight, so we'll see. Ring, is it Ring Wraiths? Ring Wraths? I don't know. But thank you, appreciate you, Brad. Um, Helen, if you could make an MCU team of 6 members only, who would you choose? Oh, I saw this question in a Facebook group. Um, Goodness, and I didn't even stop to think of who my team would be. Wow. Let me quickly just change the photo so we can look at something different. And I just want to quickly say, still loving these Hono bases, man. Like, I seriously think selling these bases on their own, and you can put your own like cover and nameplate on them, would be a genius idea, Hot Toys, or some knockoff third party company. That would be cool. 6 members only. Who would I choose? Wow, great question. So for me, I feel like I definitely need Captain Marvel in there. You guys know I love Carol. I think I need Wanda in there. I need the Scarlet Witch. Um, I think I need Thor because Chris Hemsworth's an Aussie. I love an Aussie. So I'd have Thor. I'd probably have Captain America because I feel like you're Cap or you're Iron Man. I'm probably more Cap than Iron Man. So I'm at 4. Oh, it's hard because there's so many because I'm looking at the figures I have, but that's so not a representation of Marvel. I'm gonna put Hulk because we have a Hulk, so that's 5, I think. So I'm at Scarlet Witch, Captain Marvel, Thor, Captain America, Hulk. I think we need some magic, and I'm gonna say this because he's my mum's favorite MCU character. I'm gonna go Doctor Strange. And I laugh because she's always like, she used to call him Mr. She's like, Mr. Doctor Strange. And I'm like, oh, bless you. And she's always like, are you getting Mr. Doctor Strange for your collection? And I'm like, no, Mum, I don't want Mr. Doctor Strange in my collection, but I'll give him a nod in my team. So that's who I would go with based on just their characters that popped into my head. But that's a cool question. Who else? But now I'm thinking about it, like, I like Daredevil, I like Jessica Jones, but I feel like if we're going like I need an intergalactic team, that's my crew. I'm just gonna lock that in for now. But like, guys, who would you have in your team? Let us know. That's a cool question. I don't mind when content creators or influencers are critical about a manufacturer, but don't talk about someone on your live stream that you aren't willing to say to their virtual face. Yeah, that's fair enough. Oh, for example, why didn't Will and Kiko ask Ivan and John if they have... Oh, they are a money laundering operation. Look, my understanding is there was a lot of rules put in place prior to that stream, so it wouldn't surprise me if the questions got vetted. As I said, that was what I had heard was that there was a lot of rules put in place, which for me is also like, if you need to control the environment, then do streams on your own in-art channel. What is it? What is it, my little freeloader? Cherie's come in and she's vocal. I think she's agreeing with you, Keith. She's like, why didn't they ask that question? I want to know. As I said, like, for me, I kind of feel like, yeah, if you're willing to be on a stream with people, like, you should be like, I will face whatever questions. And that's probably something I will give credit to Yoast, because I know I've seen streams with him and people have asked some tough questions and they've said, I offered Yoast the chance to see the questions before the stream and he just said, no, just ask me on air. And that's something I take my hat off to him for, because it doesn't feel like in-art is the same. So, yeah, I mean, and there's reasons why some people won't want to upset in-art, right? we all know what it is. It's the influencer batch that they say doesn't exist. Why? Because you're calling them something else. Are they not influencers? Are they partners now? When the same people get the same stuff at the same time, don't tell me there's not an influencer batch anymore, because I have eyes. I have eyes. Come on, Kojin will come through eventually. I mean, Bob, I know you're trusting in Kojin, so it is. Did they comment on a companion piece for the in-art Joker? I think it's the Christian Bale Batman is the one. But Catwoman sounds like it's a lot more progressed than the Christian Bale Batman, which is a bummer, because I've always just been like, give us a companion piece for the Joker. So one day. And I mean, Hot Toys doesn't want to give me a new Batman without all the armory stuff. So in art, if you do a decent job of it, I'm listening. I'm surprised a third-party company doesn't recast all 1/6 bases. Yeah, I mean, that's a good question. It's a good question. Mr. Doctor Strange cute. Yeah, my mum is adorable. Absolutely love her. And if you've seen my Stealthy Lana Kit Bash video, there's a photo of my mum in there doing sewing, because she's just an absolute legend. And I joked to her. I was like, you could make a lot of money doing this. And she's like, because I have nothing better to do. And I was like, okay, I said, I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just saying, like, people in, like, Hong Kong and China charge a lot of money for what you're doing for me for free. But she's a good mum. Good team. Mine are Spidey, Ant-Man, Deadpool, America Chavez, Miss Marvel, and Kate Bishop. Oh, that's cool. Wow, that's, Miss Marvel and Deadpool would be cool to see together. It was interesting in art talking Ledger Joker 2.0 because Warner license of Heath Ledger likeness expires soon, and I assume reverts to the estate, which could be more difficult to deal with. Yeah, and that was some interesting context, because we had been told in that Q&A that there was a 2.0, and there were people who were like, hang on, we thought you said you weren't really going to do 2.0s, but then they did explain that, hey, we kind of had to present something to keep the license for the likeness. And they were like, and they did say, we feel like there's some things we could do better. I personally would rather see different versions of the Joker. They again said can't do Nurse Joker. So I don't know, because the guy at J&D said there's no such restrictions on Nurse Joker. So I'm perplexed. But I'm using Chinese New Year to make my Kit Bash Nurse Joker. I've started. I've realized that the set I got is not the CGL one, which is nicer. But Mum's on the case. Like last week, I took the figure to Mum and I showed her the dress needs some altering, and she's like, this is easy. And I was like, amazing, this is easy. So I just need to decide which body I'm going to use. And then I'm just going to make my own Nurse Joker, because no one wants to make one for me. I still think the costume looks like whatever the Miles Morales equivalent of the Scarlet Spider. Fair enough. Ooh. I couldn't watch too much because Kiko annoys me. I wanted to slap him. Oh, okay. Look, I like Kiko, but I get that vibe. Like, I think there's some content creators that you will like their style and the way they present, and there's some you don't. There's some people that I can't particularly watch, and it's nothing about, like, anything they've said or done towards me. I just don't particularly like their style, so fair enough. Each to their own. In art need to do more show and tell streams. The Wukong was great. See the figure and ask questions about it. Yeah, I need to watch that stream. I just didn't get a chance to, because even the Will and Kiko stream I had to leave halfway through because I was on points of articulation and then come back to. But I do want to catch up on that stream, so hopefully I get the chance to. Honestly, the only thing I'm excited about from Inner is the Reeve Superman. Yeah, I think a lot of people are wanting an update on that one. Lol, I love the old woman Greek accent, Helen. Well, my mum's an old Greek woman with an accent. Like, she was, like, both my parents were, like, born and raised in Greece, so she has the accent. If that sounds like her, I don't know, but that's how I make her sound, so... But she's amazing. I'm very lucky. I've got a great mum. And as I said, like, I took the Nurse Joker because the dress I have kind of flares out. It's not straight. And then even the neckline's a bit too low. So I was like showing her the picture and had the figure. And she's like, yes, I will do this. I will do that. And she's right into it. She's like, take it off, I will do it now. I'm like, no, I'm not sure which body I'm going to use yet. But it was good. And she was quite happy because that material is a lot easier to work with than the Spider-Man one. So I might document the process and just do some before and after photos so people can see what I started off with and what I ended up making. InArt also said they had to make Phoenix Joker very expensive and then Howie showed it to be a lie. Yeah, I mean, there's that too. J&D is licensed too, so let's see the nurse. I mean, that's one of the things that would probably get my attention, but the likeness... I like the neutral sculpt. The laughing one, no. Maybe if they tweaked that neutral sculpt and that's the thing, like I think the nurse really would benefit from seamless. That would definitely get my attention. Tiny Art Guy, hi Helen, sorry, I'm like happy Friday to you guys. If you haven't checked it out already, Tiny Art Guy dropped his first room collection video, which is up on his YouTube channel. So if you haven't watched that, I'm giving you all this homework. Go watch Point of Articulation, go watch this. But Tiny Art Guy did a really cool collection room tour. So if you want, go check that out. I thought it was really good. We're all friends here. We all support each other, right? I watched it. I gave it a like. I really enjoyed it. Helen, would you be tempted by a $1,500 J&D Nurse Joker? Look, not at 15 US, because that would be what? Maybe 2-3 Australian. So yeah, the price is still dependent. Like, in-art prices are probably getting towards the top of my threshold. But even Topo kind of teased Nurse Joker, and I messaged them last week. I'm like, hey, you still going to do Nurse Joker? So I'm like, my biggest thing though, and I'm happy to kit bash it, but my biggest thing is that no Joker head sculpt is necklace, and all seamless bodies come with necks, and I don't want to have to cut a neck off a sculpt or a neck off a body. So I've got a seamless body, but I'm not sure I'm going to go with that. And I've now ordered a different body from Kit that has like, it's like the World Box. I think it's AT20 that has the seamless wrists. But I don't know how I'm going to feel about that, seeing all the joints. So I'm kind of, we're waiting. We're going to look at that. So, Bob Dylan, John addressed the question on Will's stream. Apparently they were as shocked as anyone else were. Maybe it had something to do with Hot Toys having the license for Joker 2, shrug. Well, I don't think Hot Toys has the license for Joker 2 because they're making, like, the Murray stuff with the Murray show, right? Yeah, I heard his explanation, but not convinced. Yeah, look, I feel like that about a few things with InArt. Like no influencer batch. I'm like, okay, John, no influencer batch. Okay, buddy, I don't believe you. If Warner Brothers has taught me anything, it's that they will grant a license to absolutely anyone, zero exclusivity, right? This is why InArt and J&D are like making all the same stuff. Agree that InArt Wukong stream was great. Hope they do more on their own and not always via other YouTube channel. Yeah, I think it's a smart thing to do. Does anyone have the Topo Heath Ledger Joker outfit? Want another purple jacket? I don't have that one, but I have their Bank Robber Joker. Yes, that is Topo. And I really like that. Topo has some beautiful tailoring. So if you can find it, I think it would probably be very good. Oh, thank you for the plug. Also doing a giveaway if people want to watch my blanket selection video. There you go. Giveaway. Giveaways everywhere. My giveaway, Tiny Art Guy giveaway. There's prizes to be won, guys. Yeah, but there were flashback to the Murray show and Joker 2, so that could give them the ability to do that scene. But when they posted it, was it said as Joker 2 or Joker? Because I don't remember any reference to Joker 2. Helen, how are you feeling about the symbiote Hono Spider-Man suit? That's the black pajama one, right? It's fine. I don't have strong feelings about it. Like, I mean, again, it's that cloth material. Like, I think it would be quite poseable, but my question would be like, because sometimes material can pinch in joints. So I just hope in time that it's not problematic for people. In art needs to bring receipts. Talk is cheap. Joker J, yeah, dropping some truth bombs. Agreed. And this is my thing, like, to talk about we want to do 15 figures a year. We want to do this. We want to do that. It's like, oh, okay, do that. Because I feel like we've had years of talk and it's like, okay, the time is to do the things. Oh, hey, Shuri. What are you doing? I don't know what Shuri's going to do. I thought she was going to jump at my cabinet then, but no, she's gone. She's upset about something. I don't know what. Yeah, I'm a bit with you, Joker J. Custom Nurse Joker, could you not use a necklace figure for your necked ledger head? Yeah, I've got one coming, JB. But the thing is I don't think there's seamless bodies without necks. Like every seamless body I've seen has a neck. So I've got the world box with the seamless wrists coming. And I'll see how I feel about that. And that's why I haven't done any mods to the dress. Because I've got a... How do you pronounce it? Is it Zhao Doll? That brand. Seamless body. And I feel like I love the look of the seamless body with the dress. But I feel like the body is perhaps a bit big. Like, because I don't think Heath was like a buff dude. And when I sort of put the Nurse Joker next to my bank robber, I was like, build-wise, I'm not sure the proportions are right with the seamless body I have. So we'll see how that world box body will look. I'm just going to have a quick water break because, guys, we've been going for an hour. So this probably will be a long stream, lol. That's the black pajama one, right? That says it all. Well, I mean, dropping truth bombs here in Australia, Bobby. Apparently, if you look at the copyright info on the Hot Toys Joker pictures, it references Joker 2 and not Joker. Oh, really? Okay. There you go. Yes, it's the black pajama Spider-Man suit. Helen is savage unintentionally. Look, I think it's a combination of my Greek heritage and being an Aussie, to be honest. Because sometimes I say things and people will just laugh and I'm like, dude, I'm just telling the truth. Like, seriously. I can only be myself. That's the one thing I can say to you guys. Like, what you see is what you get with me. Good morning, everyone. Apologies for being like, Broke Collector, are you a channel member? Is that what that S is? Oh my god, are you my first channel member? Guys, I feel so famous. Thank you. Appreciate that. That's so cool. Helen bringing in the verbal stone cold stunners to inner. Well, I mean, it's interesting though, because then people are like, oh, you and Kiko hate inner. And I'm like, I don't hate anyone. But I think it's fair to want to ask questions. And if you're going to come out and make statements or the actions don't back the words, like, I don't see the problem in asking questions. And I feel like I've explained this in other streams where, like I'm a journalist by trade. That's my background. And I feel like sometimes I get my little, investigative hat on and I want to dig and I want to find the truth and get answers to things, just like with the stuff that happened with the, Jazzing Batmobile when, everyone got it and then no one wanted to talk about it. And it was not that I was like, pitchforks at 11, let's go after Jazz Inc. or go after anyone specifically. I'm like, what's the story here? What's going on? Because everyone had it and then everyone was too busy. And I just want to know the situation. I feel like I'm a naturally inquisitive person and I want to know all the things. So, it's not hate. I love collecting. I don't hate any company. I don't, why would I? I've got nothing against these people. For me, I just feel like I want to know situations and then, I kind of speak with my money. Like if I think a company's great or they're doing something I'm interested in, well, I'll pre-order, I'll buy one. And if I'm not sure, then I'll sit on the fence and just see how things pan out. I think that's a fair way to be personally. Um, the Hono symbiote suit Spider-Man looks pretty decent in my opinion. I don't know if it would fit my collection, but could be cool to have on my desk and play around with. That's cool. It's interesting because I was chatting to Iron Logan recently, and he was saying how he has grabbed some like 6-inch figures and he uses them for those purposes, just to have on his desk and muck around with posing. And I was like, that's a really cool idea to just have something just to be able to muck around with and pose. Another option perhaps. I respect your opinion's integrity. Thank you. Appreciate that. As I say, I feel like I'm a pretty straight shooter. I don't have an agenda. I'm not here trying to get sponsored or have influencer deals. I'm just a collector that likes to know what's going on. I think a lot of people like that. Apparently I got a message that I was a founding member. I feel so special. You are. You're special to me, the broke collector. Thank you. I really appreciate that. There's no malice in simply wanting the truth. Yeah, I'm the same. And I was really taken aback that some people felt like I attacked them because I named names about the people I questioned about some of their approaches, and that was the thing, like I wasn't having a go at specific people. I was just like, what's the situation? Because there were so many mixed narratives out there, and I think as a community, I think it's fair. And I had so many people after that stream saying like thanks for saying the things that you did. I had those same questions. So yeah, I'm not here to clickbait or be offensive, or god, my channel would be so different if that's what I was trying to do. Yeah, thank you. Hono Price is my favorite scam from Hot Toes. Only a year and we're close to 220. Yeah, I think they're 3 something in Australia. But you know what, as I said, I think you do get a lot with Hono. Bob Dylan, what are you doing? Oh my goodness, Bob. That's incredibly kind. Thank you. Bob Dylan is like the nicest guy in collecting. He sent me out the head sculpt, guys. Bob Dylan is like trying to take me to the dark side of rooted head sculpts. He sent me a beautiful John Wick rooted head sculpt. He's just too kind. Seriously, Bob. You are good people. Seriously, that's way too generous. I appreciate that. There's never any issue asking questions about stuff, right? I wouldn't have thought so, but apparently. Yeah, someone said I was a Karen and needed to shut the F up, and I was like, have a great day. Justin had a nice review of the Hono Spider-Man. The material for the suit seemed good. Place I was considering getting it sold out, unfortunately, Thursday morning. Oh, that's a bummer. I've not seen a lot of YouTube lately, guys. I was watching all the tennis. I'm so out of the loop. I've just grabbed some NECA 90s Ninja Turtles to have some fun with photography. That's cool, Tiny Art Guy. Bob, you're the man. He really is. That's way too kind, Bob. Thank you. The Rooted Revolution grows daily. Yeah, I mean, I think Bob is just trying to... He's just knocking on every collector's door. Hi, my name is Bob. I'd like to tell you about the world of rooted hair and why it is the best. Very kind. Thanks, Bob. I wish you... Oh, God, all the... So many members now, my goodness. Have all these members. Keith's a member. Toy Collector's a member. Oh, God, membership challenge. Everyone that was a gift of membership by Bob should definitely extend it after your month is up. Keep it rolling. That's very kind. Thank you. I set it to the lowest price possible, which I think was like $1 US. And as I said, I set them up and I was like, well, they're there, but I don't know. It feels really odd to be like pushing things because as I said, it's kind of not why I'm doing this, but I appreciate it. So thank you very much. Bob just being Bob, good man. He really is the nicest guy. Bob is a legend, yeah. Pure legend right there, you rock, Bob. Bob is the YouTube superhero. He's a real life superhero, man. Bob, like, will pick you up from the airport and take you to nice places. And like, seriously, the nicest guy. Like, one of the highlights of my trip to the US last year was seriously meeting Bob. He is like the coolest dude. What you see is what you get. Lovely person. So yeah, I feel very lucky. AJ, thank you. Appreciate that. My goodness, look at me go. I now have 20 something channel members. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. Guys, thank you so much. Like, super appreciative. God, we've still got slides to go. Here's me going, this stream's going to be so quick. No, we're still going. So this is a quick look at what you're getting with Hono. My God, we're on Hono Spider-Man for the longest time. But as I said, it comes with so many cool accessories. So again, I don't know if this is from the new animated show. I need to find out more about that. Is that on Disney Plus? Because I have a Disney Plus subscription, believe it or not. I feel like I hardly use it. I feel like my mum watches it more than I do. But yeah, I think this is really cool. Glad to join. Thank you, AJ. I appreciate that. Now I need to think of perks because I'm like, no one's gonna join. I don't need to do anything. Now I'm like, oh God, pressure. It's fine. It's fine. But guys, you'll all get entries into the draw for the pins. So make sure you also leave a comment on the Kit Bash video to double your chances. So everybody's in the draw now. Hi, Helen and everyone in the chat. I'm jumping to say hi. I'll catch the replay later. Hit the like button, everyone, and have a great Friday. Thank you, Dark Knight Archives. I appreciate that. Hope you have a great Friday. Hope you enjoy the replay. Guys, I want to talk a bit about 66 Alfred, because I feel like every time I go onto Facebook, someone is in the 1/6 kit group going, when is Alfred going up for PO? Have I missed the Alfred PO? Man, people are thirsty for the 66 Alfred, and I mean, this line is not for me, but it's a good looking figure, and I have to say, Mars Toys is doing some great stuff. So I just want to credit, so I have taken photos from Facebook, and I'm all about you credit where the photos came from. So the Alfred photos, I hope I'm saying this correctly, Huang Wu, and you often see Huang, he gets quite a few of these Mars Toys figures early and does some really beautiful photos. So felt very lucky that I was able to find some high quality photos of Alfred, because Mars doesn't typically do a lot of their own sort of promo photos. I think they do rely on some bloggers, or I don't know, is Huang a blogger? Do we call him a blogger? I don't know. Here we go. Alfred 66, I'm checking OSK every hour. Yeah, like me and Bane on the pop culture website. And that's the thing, because this is just dropping. There's no PO. It's just dropping. And they've said it's a limited number. They've not even said how many. So I definitely feel like so many people are, like, they're just so desperate. And I know Kit said he would list it by 1 February if he got through the backlog. But looking at the group, I feel like they just got absolutely slammed with stuff right before Chinese New Year. So 1st of Feb is tomorrow. So I don't know when this doesn't come out. We'll see. But yeah, I feel like so many people are on Mars Toys and on Kit's website, Facebook groups. Where's Alfred? Goodness, the hype is real. I really want Batgirl Yvonne Craig 66. I feel like, is that the one Mars teased, or was Mars's the Julie Newmar? I'm not up with all the older versions, but someone showed one. Or was it Jazz Inc. that had Julie Newmar? I can't keep up because you've got the two companies now doing. Does Shakespeare have rolling eyes? I don't know. I don't think so, but I think he has a light up feature. But he looks cool, right? Like the Alfred here, like looks super cool with Bruce and Dick Grayson. Looks awesome. The head sculpt looks really nice. You've got him here with the glasses, without the glasses, and the actor was quite tall. So when you look at like the previous photo, like I think the proportions look pretty good. Like in photos I've seen, he's a lot taller than Robin. He's a little bit taller than Batman. So I think this is looking pretty accurate, and it comes with some really cool accessories like the table, Shakespeare, the phone. I think he comes with like a tray and some glasses and things like that. So I think it looks really cool. I think it looks really great. And yeah, as I said, so many people wanting to know when is Alfred coming out. Like, if you want him, like, I got my fingers crossed for you, because this is, it's probably the one time that my time zone's an advantage, because I'm in the same time zone as Hong Kong. So if this was for me, it would be easier. But as I said, not one for me. So I'm not going to buy one. I know, so I feel like some people will buy it to flip, which I am not a fan of. I think if you don't want it, don't buy it. Leave it for someone who wants it. So, um, Julia's Catwoman. Okay, apologies. I get mixed up with some of these ones that I'm not that familiar with. That Alfred looks right. He really does. And also, for anybody who missed out on the Michael Goff Alfred, another batch, there's a restock coming up on Kit's website. So get on that. Don't miss out a second time and then, oh, who's selling Alfred for a collector friendly price? No. You've got your second chance now. Don't miss it. But yeah, like, the accessories are so cool. Like, this comes with a lot. Like, you've got sort of two licks for him. You've got the apron, you've got the suit. Some really nice accessories. And I feel like with all these Mars figures, like, particularly if you have the Batmobile as well, like, you're building out to something really nice. And I think I saw in the Jazz Inc. group, like, Yoast put up a poll about what is the next 66 item you would like to have put up for development. And I think there was a Batcave, Bat computer option there. Like, that would be cool. So yeah, it's a great time to be a collector if you're into this line. Bang, zoom, zap, if you know. Yeah, I mean, if you know, you know, Mitchell. I am familiar with that. Yeah, I think I've said before, like, I remember seeing the movie where it's like what looks to be an inflatable shark, and he's got the bat shark repellent. But I don't remember all the individual characters because it was a while ago since I've seen it. But Alfred's looking cool, guys. Seriously. Okay, I've gone one too far. But yeah, he comes with all this stuff, so very cool. And of course, they did just release their Riddler, which looks awesome. So Mars Toys, like, doing some great stuff. And I know for me, I've got their Two-Face, the Tommy Lee Jones, on pre-order. So I'm waiting for that and hoping that'll be awesome. But the other thing I had some slides on, because we started to see some photos appearing of the Internal Toys cat lady. So we know Eternal Toys, they made a Danny DeVito penguin, and they've followed it up with this Catwoman. And I think this sparked the illegal figures comment, which has become a little bit infamous. So it's an illegal figure, it's inaccurate, and I didn't know what to expect from this, but I'll be honest with you, looking at these photos, I've been pleasantly surprised. So these ones are from Samuel Virtual Devil. A lot of these were shared in the 16Kit Facebook group. So credit to the people who shared these photos. It's very important for me to acknowledge that. I really don't like when people just take photos and go, credit to the owner. No, state who the owner is. Don't just take people's photos and share them because you want likes and clicks or whatever. So Samuel Virtual Devil shared these photos. And we're getting a really nice look at the suit. And something I hadn't considered was people have said, I'm getting this because the Jazz Inc. has so many head sculpts and I want another body. And I was like, I hadn't considered that, because this was very reasonably priced. I think it was only like $150 US, which I think is pretty fair. And then there was the option to have the big sofa that she comes with, and I do have some photos of that. But looking at this, as I said, the suit, I think it looks decent. I'm not 100% sure what it's made of, but even the head sculpt, like, I like this. I like this a lot. Like I think this has a likeness to Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman. I was pleasantly surprised with this one, guys, because I think a figure like this, it has the potential to be done really badly and be a bit of a train wreck. But I think Eternal Toys, and I'm not sure, Eternal Toys, are they someone else under a different name? Probably. I just assume most companies I haven't heard of are Toys Era. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. I think this is nice. I even like the expression. I like that kind of half smile there. It's very cool. Batman collectibles. I have the Catwoman in hand. It's not terrible. Nice background piece. Suit is extremely tight, which restricts articulation. Yeah, I think that's the thing with a suit like that, right? And that's going to be an interesting thing to see with the Jazz Ink one. Like, does that have much articulation? What's the material going to be like? But I think with something like this, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be looking to do any crazy poses with it personally, but I think, you know, if you don't want to spend the Jazz Ink price and you're wanting a representation of Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman in your collection, like I've seen some photos where people have put this. It's not Hot Toys quality, but I think, I think we all know, like, third party, like, this, it can be pretty bad at times. Like, I've owned a couple of third party figures where as soon as I open them, I'm like, this has to go. This is not staying in my collection. And I don't think that's something that fits into that category. Um, Howdy folks, howdy Clinton Martin, how you doing? Happy Friday. JB, stitching is questionable. It's funny because one photo I saw, I feel like the leg was unstitched, and I was like, I wasn't sure if it came like that or if the person caused that. Like maybe they had tried to pose it and some of the stitching came undone. Even with, like, I've got the Jazz Ink one on pre-order. If I go through with that, I will be very careful with how I treat that figure because I worry about that suit full stop, regardless of material and what quality it is. Just gonna have a drink of water because my voice is starting to go. I couldn't do it. The likewise is no bueno. Interesting. Okay. I don't think this is too bad, but as I said, I think getting it to use like one of the spare in-art ones, head sculpts, I was like, actually, I think that's quite clever. The thing we don't know is Mars Toys was talking about doing one back in the day. They've been very quiet on that, so I don't know if that's still going to happen or not. So I think this might be the only alternative because I feel like it was a long time ago since they showed us any update on the Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman from Mars Toys. Batman collectibles. One of my legs is slightly unstitched. Must be factory idea. Also, the threads hanging free is a choice. Okay, there you go. Um, will be a great body for all the jazzing heads. Yeah, I know Bob's in that camp, and as I said, in hindsight, I'm like, yeah, that's probably a clever thing to have. Like I think Yoast had said, like, if the pre-orders for the Catwoman reached a certain amount, they would look at providing like a bust in the deluxe. But I think you're getting 3 head sculpts, so there's still, I don't know, like, I have I'm not sure about busts and just having the floating heads. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Like, I see some people do it. I don't know. I don't know that I would. And it's funny because even now, like, I got the clean DX and I'm kind of going, why? Why didn't you just get the standard? Like, did you need 3 head sculpts? What are you going to do with 3 head sculpts? I don't know. Um, the decision has been made now, so I can't go back. But as I said, I don't know. I thought this came out like better than I had expected it to. My bar was probably very low, however. So we've got some additional photos here from Nassim Haddad. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Which gives us another bit of a look at the figure, and we've got a little bit of a pose here with the arms. So let me just make this a bit bigger for myself to see. So yeah, we do have some stitching coming out there, and I guess that's the thing. I mean, if you're not a fan of that stitching, you can trim it, you can try to sort of hide it. It's up to you. But yeah, I mean, we see a bit of articulation there. I know one comment I saw, someone felt like they weren't a fan of the body proportions, and I feel like they said they felt the legs were too long, if I'm remembering correctly. I don't know. Unless you've got it in hand, like, it's kind of hard to gauge some of that stuff, I think. the movie canon. Hello, collectors. Hello, the movie canon. How are you? Happy Friday. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I'm pleasantly surprised by this one. And then I found some photos of the couch. So thank you to Ian Alistair McPherson. He shared these photos in the 1/6 Kit Facebook group, and it does give us that bigger look of Catwoman on the couch, because I know that was another accessory that some people really liked. They wanted the couch. And she comes with a kitty cat, which, who doesn't love a cat? Shuri says hi. Um, and we've got this pose of Catwoman on the couch. So yeah, again, we can see like the suit can pull this off. Is it going to cause some damage long term? I don't know. I hope not. I think that couch is a cool accessory. That's very cool. Like if you had the penguin as well, you could do something with these two. Looks very cool. And then I think I've got one more, which is a more close up. But I think you can see there on the leg closest to the bottom of the couch, I feel like the suit is open a bit and you're seeing a bit of the skin underneath. So I don't know if that was by design. Is the stitching coming apart? And that's, I think, my concern with anybody making this Catwoman figure. It's still my concern about the Jazz Ink is how's that suit going to hold up? It's a challenging figure. It really is. I take my hat off to anybody who tries to give this a go. The couch is cool. Yeah, I think it really is. I want the couch. Yeah, I think a lot of people want the couch. More fans of the couch. Saying hello to Blue. That's a big old couch. Yeah, it is. And I mean, it's space as well, right? So I'm keen to see how some people will display this in their collections, but it is a cool accessory. But I know from me, speaking from experience, I think there's only so many dioramas you can use. I think I'm using 4. So I've got like the jail cell. I've got the 22 Batman one there. I've got my Avengers base from Full Team Creations, which I still flip and love. It's one of my favorite things. What's my other diorama? Oh, the one for the 89 Batman. How could I forget that? My goodness. Yeah, so they're great, but space is the challenge, guys, always. I think Jazz's suit is going to be more stretchy. Yeah, I mean, we're still waiting to hear what that suit's going to be made of. I think it's been a while since we've had, like, correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like it's been a while since we've had an update on the Catwoman figure. Because they were developing, like, their own body. They were doing things like that. They were looking into fabrics. So, because when did we pre-order? Was it back in, I feel like the pre-orders closed around, I want to say the 17th or 18th of November. At least that was the original deadline on Kit's website. So, been 2-3 months. So hopefully we get some news soon and we find out a bit more about how it's progressing, and maybe there'll be some pictures. But I understand it's been Christmas and New Year's, and I think Yost, I think he went on vacation or had a break, and fair enough. Everyone's entitled to that. I'm not sitting here going, I need a daily update. I need to know how many stitches. No, I don't, because I'm not that collector. But yeah, as I said, I just thought I thought this was pretty cool, and I wasn't sure how many people had seen these photos. I'm not sure that Eternal Toys has social media. If they do, I'm not following them. But yeah, I'd seen quite a few of these photos pop up in Kit's group. So I just thought I'd do a little bit of a recap. And I think my last slide is just a reminder of the competition. If you want to win a set of Hot Toys pins, the video's live up on my channel. I posted that a couple of days ago. I've made it super easy to win. So after the stream, go check out the competition and enter, because I want everyone to have a chance to to win if they so desire. The pins are really nice. She's still up on kit. Okay, that's the Catwoman. There you go. And I'm pretty sure it was only 150 US. I'm assuming that's the one without the couch. I'm sure the couch would add a bit to it because of the size and then obviously the postage. But yeah, I mean, if you're wanting another body or something for your Jazz Inc. head sculpts, it's not a bad idea. I'm so keen to see some of these displays that get built out. Like once we get the new Returns Keaton, once we get Catwoman, hopefully the Penguin will be coming down the pipeline soon. Mine won't be incorporating the Bat Missile. I just don't have room for that. I just think there's some cool displays that will be happening, so I'm always keen to see them. So that's the end of my slides. My goodness, I've done well for time. At one stage, I thought this stream was going to go forever. Because it's been a quiet week. So I was like, what do we talk about? And again, I didn't know if people wanted to talk about the Jazz Inc. stream, because I kind of thought, oh, people are a bit Jazz Inked out. Like that was almost a week ago. But I might wrap up. My goodness, this is amazing. Because, oh my God, sub 2 hour stream. Look at me go. I'm a changed woman, guys. So I will stream again next week, regardless of whether we have announcements or whatnot. I've actually been trying to think of some questions that we can discuss together. Maybe I'll see if someone can join me. Next week, maybe a delayed start time, because I'm going to the basketball, because I'm a basketball head. And I don't know if I'll 100% make it back for 10 o'clock, but maybe it might be 10:30, so keep an eye out on YouTube for the start time. I will still pop on even if it's a quick stream, because I promised you guys I would keep Fridays alive, and that's what we're doing. So hopefully this was entertaining. As I said, not a lot to discuss, but I will say, if you're wanting something else to watch, I was on Points of Articulation on Costa's channel, Pop Culture Living Room. If you haven't seen that before, it's quite a fun stream because it's kind of talking about the week in collecting, but it's in a bit of a game show format. And I was on there with Luminara, who's super cool, and also 1/6 Syndicate Henry, who I've gotten to stream with a few times on Costa's channel. He's an awesome dude as well. And Costa is just a delight. And, you know, we want to support our friends. So make sure you're checking out the content over on Costa's channel. And as I said, it's a snappy format. Like the stream goes for about an hour. It's a really fun watch. It is a really fun watch, Shuri. That's what I'm telling them, my love. I'm telling them all the stuff. And the competition, it's live on my channel. You've got till midday, the 12th of February, my time zone, GMT +8. Get your entry in. You've just got to leave a comment on my Stealthy Lane Kit Bash video. I want to know what your dream kit bash is. I want you to incorporate the phrase "win the pin." And I want you to be subscribed to my channel, which hopefully you are. Hopefully you are. And then we'll do a random draw of people who've left the comments and the channel members, of which I now have a bunch. Thank you, Broke Collector. Thank you, AJ Agrusa. Thank you, Bob Dylan, who's just gifting channel memberships just like they're going out of fashion. Shuri's just been a bit interesting. I don't know what's happening with her. Bless her heart. Hit that like button. Thank you, Broke Collector, my founding member. Founding member. You can never leave me now, seriously. No, see, there she is, little Shuri. What are you doing, little one? Tiny art guy, Costa's such a fun chap. He really is. He's a cool dude. I like Costa a lot. Thanks for the stream, Helen. Have a cracking weekend. Thank you. You too, everyone. Hope you have a great weekend. Cool stream, Helen. Thanks. Have a good one. Thanks, guys. I can't believe at one stage I thought this was going to be a longer stream, but I did it. I can stream under 2 hours. And Anthony, cousin Anthony in the Netherlands, note, sub 2 hour stream, because I was like, oh, you came so close. No, this week we did it. So guys, again, if you celebrate Lunar New Year, Happy New Year. Everyone have a safe and happy weekend. Thank you for coming to hang out. As I say, I really enjoy these streams and getting to chat with everyone. I think we have a really great vibe here, and I'm really enjoying the streams. I felt a bit odd when I started doing these on my own, but I feel like I don't know, I feel like they're going well. Hopefully you guys are enjoying them. If there's anything you'd like to see on the stream, let me know. I'm totally open to feedback and suggestions, and I kind of just want to make these as enjoyable as I can for you guys because I appreciate you giving me your eyeballs. Have a great weekend, Helen. Thank you. Thanks, Quan Harper. Appreciate that, Bobby. Have a great weekend. You too, mate. Everyone, take care, be safe, and I'll see you next Friday. As I said, it may be a delayed start time, so just keep an eye out on YouTube. Maybe 10:15, maybe 10:30, we'll see. But I'll turn up because I'm a woman of my word and I'm committed to these. See you later, guys. Cheers.